confident about this?
It's fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season finale of All We've Lost. Let's just get started. Jay, please introduce yourself.
No.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I play Eilif, Sanse, a Aasimar fighter, who is pretending they are not an Aasimar. I don't know where people are. I'm looking. Where's Waldoing these people, and I can't find them. That's it for now.
Mournian.
Hi, I'm Mournian. I play Moss. Moss is undergoing some issues at the moment. We will see if those come to any sort of fruition or head today. Apart from that, I'm Mournian. You can randomly find me in pretty much any of these lovely ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies chat. Joel doesn't stream. But yeah, that's me. Moss is scared.
Joel.
I play Neck. Wifeless.
What, no wife?
What, no maidens?
Nameless.
Still got the kids, so I guess that's nice.
Bones.
Hi, I'm LittleBones309. I'm an indie gamer here on Twitch, but over here on Saturdays, I play Oleyna, your favorite Drow-High elf courtesan, who is just definitely not out to make enemies, but she's definitely trying to better herself.
I love that for her.
And nothing's wrong with her at all. Nothing nefarious is wrong inside of her little head.
Okay. Anyway. Hi guys, I'm Myriad. This is my channel. We run D&D here on Saturdays, but we'll be taking a month break in between this season and the next season. So this is obviously the season finale. I'm not gonna scar my players too much in this one, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I think we have a recap, or at least a partial recap.
We'll try. So, when last we met, the party made it to Dunbrig. Neck discovered some terrible news that his wife had passed, and the people who he works for knew it before they sent him on his mission. So we'll see how that goes for him. We also discovered that Psalm loves getting his nails done and is now besties with Oleyna. Moss discovered some interesting information in the library to do with the in-between and kind of what's going on. Didn't understand a lot about the book, but apparently Neck's father knows a little bit about the book and is refusing to tell us. Eilif had some conversations with people, and I'm gonna let her fill that particular part in because I don't remember that conversation for some reason.
I can't. My investigator gave me nothing. He gave me garbage. He said, I said, where's my mom? Where's my baby? And he said, don't know. And I said,
He said IDK.
what the fuck? And he said, and I went, okay, I guess. Thanks.
He did give you some information that is maybe useful.
He gave me information that they may be somewhere. The last place that they know about them was in Dunbrig, I believe. And then outside of that, he's like, anywhere else, I have no idea. The only place he doesn't have like his little paws in is in Ruin, so might be headed there.
Who's to say?
Also, Oleyna found out some further information. The oldest way that people find out information.
Fucking.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
She do be doing that.
A lot.
Don't mind your business. Who do you think's bankrolling this expedition, bitch?
You haven't paid me a thing yet.
That
pussy.
It's built different.
I didn't want to say it. I thought it was too early.
Nah, it's fine. I don't. Whatever.
It's fine.
Moss, you can go ahead and take your nat 20.
I'm gonna need it.
Yep. And where would the party like to start? You all sort of went off in your own separate ways during the night. Where would you reconvene in the morning?
I think Oleyna would probably suggest trying to meet up with Neck back at his home.
So Moss is just kind of laying in the harbor. As he starts to see the sun come up, he was somewhat told where the brothel was, where he would have expected Oleyna to be. So he would kind of start walking towards the brothel.
Eilif, what about you? You had disappeared into the night as well, correct?
Yeah. I probably just like walked for a bit and then headed back to the brothel for like maybe an hour of sleep at most. And then just propped back up and waited downstairs, since I do know Oleyna is here. Because I don't know where Neck's house is, so I'm just gonna wait downstairs. Preferably with food.
They have made a spread. This is obviously not really for clients, because most clients have left in the night. Most clients don't stay till morning and do the walk of shame out of the brothel. But they do make a very good spread for the companions to feast upon in the morning. So there's pancakes, there's bacon, there's scrambled eggs, there's biscuits, there's gravy. They got everything. And then Neck. Where would you be set off to in the morning? If anywhere?
Neck would just like get up off the couch and maybe try and make some breakfast for his kids. He did say meet there in the morning, so.
So, Oleyna, as you come down from your room in the what was the brothel called?
It's a great question. Diamond Lady?
Diamond
Something.
Diamond Hollow, something like that. As you make your way down, you spot Eilif furiously shoveling food into her mouth at one of the tables. And just out of the window, of the front door window, you can spot a mass of curly hair, familiar mass of curly hair standing outside of the establishment.
I think Oleyna would approach Eilif, and their last conversation, I think, was a little bit tense. So I think Oleyna would sort of very cheerfully approach you and look over whatever you're eating on, and Eilif, darling.
What?
Don't what me.
Sorry. What?
Okay, anyway. Moss is outside. Believe we'll meet with Neck in his home.
Okay. I'm gonna take a handful of like the bacon and just like
Shove it into your little mouth.
just like bite into it like a Slim Jim.
I like that so much.
And just like, all right. I'll wave to the companion who helped me throughout the night. Just bye, and then leave.
Did you pay her?
Yeah. I think I paid in advance.
Good.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, I'll pull out another 5 gold and I'll hand it to her. Just thanks for the services.
Thank you. Come again.
Yeah. Can I whisper at her as quietly as I can? Just pretend that I did stuff. Please. It's a matter of like reputation at this point.
Oh, if anyone asks, I will give you a raving review.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And then I'll walk away.
She gives you a little wink.
I think
And-
Oleyna's already waiting by the door at this point, like, we gotta go.
As you go through the door, Moss, you turn and see your two of your companions at least.
When you see Moss, he looks more disheveled than normal. Normally he's got a pretty kempt and cleaned appearance, but right now he just he's putting on a smile, but you can tell there's something eating at him. And he'll just kind of look at you both. Good morning. I believe Neck would like to meet at his place.
Right. I think Oleyna, out of everybody, is like the most well rested.
You are the only one that has not suffered a level of exhaustion, so yes.
She looks great, pristine. Everything looks beautiful. She has not a care in the world, not a one. And she'll sort of look you over, and I would imagine Oleyna has traveled with you long enough to know when something's sort of off with you, and she'll sort of give you a once over and say, everything all right?
Everything's good. I just needed some fresh air.
I see. Well, you know that I have an open ear for you, Moss. Free of charge, of course.
I know, and I shall take you up on it soon. Just processing myself before.
Okay. Well, shall we? And Oleyna's going to go ahead and, before either of you have a time to respond, she's heading towards next home.
I'll offer the bottom bits of bacon that I haven't bitten at to Moss.
He will take them. Start kind of shoveling them in as he's walking.
Brothel food is just the best.
You'd be surprised. Some taverns have very nice food as well, but it does always hit different from the brothel.
Really does. It really does.
You don't expect it, but it's fantastic.
It's probably because it's free, thanks to me. And she's going to kind of cut you both a
I
little.
paid.
I never even went inside. This was just given to me by a friend.
This time.
Pocket bacon?
Pocket sandwich.
Looking for bread soon.
Jay, you do have a advantage from Raffle.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
And you all make your way through the city to the residential district, where I believe Oleyna and Moss have been there. Now, you guys lead Eilif to next home. You can smell. It smells like it should be breakfast. Maybe it's a little there. It's a little burnt. Maybe. Maybe the toast has just been in. It's just been. It's been toasted a little too long. The eggs probably are a little bit charred. A little bit. It's fine. Definitely still edible, but he's doing his best. You would assume, as you knock on the door. Neck,
Yeah,
do you
cool.
answer?
Yes. Unless my kids beat me to it.
There, your children are sat at the table, eating the food that you have prepared for them. Definitely acting like it's really good. Dad, this is really good, Dad. Wow, you did such an amazing job, Dad.
Guys, I know my own skill. It's not that good.
No, seriously, it's so good. They add like more salt to their eggs.
There's a crunch to the egg.
Yeah, there's some shells in there.
You want me to help you prep something else? Like, I'm pretty good at it. So they
Just
don't
right.
eat like sad food
Yes.
for the first morning. You sure?
They seem to enjoy it.
You do hear some other like clanging coming in from the kitchen. Your mother-in-law Nora is preparing.
Actual food.
She's making some like meal fillers. You know?
But I do turn to the kids. I'm like, kids, these are the guys I was telling you about. And I like point to like Moss. I'm like, this is Moss, such a talented musician. Moss, would you love to play them a little song?
Certainly. And Moss will pull out his lute and begin playing.
And then they'll also like point to Oleyna, and he's like, she is such a great entertainer. She has amazing stories that she can tell.
What kind of stories? What do you do? What do you entertain with? He's got a lute. What do you do?
Good God.
This is the youngest piping up.
Oleyna sort of is like, Oleyna does not like children. She's like kind of like about kids, you know, kind of disgusted by them. They're horrible, they're sticky, they're gross, they smell bad. But these are next kids, so she's trying to be like really nice. I keep people company at night, and I tell them stories all night long. All sorts of stories.
The oldest is like, you get paid to do that? I want to do that. That sounds so fun, just telling stories all night. I could do that.
It is the world's oldest profession.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Cool. And then
Yes.
they kind of look to Eilif, like, expectantly. What do you do?
And Neck will be like, she almost as good as your dad when it comes to fighting. He'll like elbow Eilif.
Yeah, second best, I suppose. I'm better. I'm more like a mailman, but for dangerous places. So I gotta learn to fight things off.
Neck's just like, and yeah, these are the guys I was like telling you about a little bit. It's a little group I've been with.
Eilif, there is a flurry of a little body coming at you. Please make a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
with
I'm very
disadvantage.
Understood.
They lost their mom, you better fail.
It is. That's gonna be a 10.
Okay. You get hit right on the shin with a little wooden sword as the youngest goes and whacks you. And when she makes contact, she looks up at you. Not so good as he says, huh?
Well, I think just as good as he said, because he said I was second best. So, like, if he's, that's just.
I think that makes me second best then.
Yeah. I want you to know, child, I am very tempted to push you over. Just a
Try
little.
it, coward.
I'm not gonna try it. Your dad's right there. I could get into serious trouble.
She looks over at Neck and then looks back up at you and then whacks you and then runs away again.
Neck will lean over and he's like, really sorry, they really love the shins. It's really kind of all they can
Yeah,
reach, though.
I was gonna say it's just the only place I can get to.
I think Oleyna, looking at this scenario, would sort of look at Neck and say, I don't normally like children, but yours are quite funny. I enjoy this a lot.
I'm glad to know that they still got their spunk to them.
You will hear Nora from the kitchen call in the girls, and she will sort of peek out and wave hello to everyone. She's a beautiful woman, even though she's probably in her late 50s, late 60s. Very beautiful woman. If she is at any indication, you imagine that Neck's wife might have been quite beautiful as well. A water genasi, and she looks. She says, "Neck, will you be leaving now, or?"
Need to get into my armor and then I'll be heading out.
Okay. She will sort of usher the girls to say goodbye, to allow you time to get ready to leave wherever you need to go. The girls they're not crying or anything. They just run at you and hug around each leg. Bye, Daddy. Go kick some butt.
He'll kind of hold on to them a little bit longer and give them a big old smooch on the top of their heads.
They kind of grin up at you. Tilly is missing like one tooth right at the front of her mouth. Gives you a little toothless grin. And they run off to go play in the backyard. Small little backyard that you guys have. You hear shouting. You hear a crash. You hear your neighbor yelling. And then it's kind of quiet after that.
Okay. And he will go put on his armor and be ready to go.
All right. Where would you guys like to head?
The wilds. Nuala, as I would imagine, is somebody to meet.
So, from what you had garnered from from Karis, from the Arcane Shop, Nuala lives on the outskirts of the Darkwoods district, which is already the outermost district of the city. So it does take you probably like an hour to walk all the way across the city. As you do, the cottage is easy to spot in the woods. You see a little plume of smoke rising from a chimney. It is small and quaint. Not one would maybe expect from someone hailed as the greatest archdruid within the country. There's a small stream running along next to it with a bridge that seems to be a few planks of wood cobbled together. There's a small garden plot that sits off in the side yard. The fruits and vegetables look well nourished and nearly ready to harvest. There are tranquil sounds of nature. For everything, it seems like it's this picturesque setting. And I will now switch over to the map scene. You guys should be on the map. This is the area that you're coming in from. What would you like to do?
Oleyna's gonna check for traps.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
I would love to. Okay. I had to find the good DE20. Well, it's not great. It's a 7.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be any traps. You imagine that. Roll me an Arcana check.
That's much better. That is a 17.
Okay. So you imagine that if there are traps, they are not physical in nature. You imagine that perhaps there might be wards up. However, you're not sure what the wards are against, but it doesn't seem like it would prevent you from going through, you and your group from going through.
All right, I think Oleyna would sort of, I think she would look at Neck and sort of give him a once-over and then ask, you have the book, correct?
Of course I do.
Just making sure. And I think Oleyna would sort of take the lead and sort of start moving towards the house.
Everyone can move, you guys can move yourselves freely. I will let you know, once you reach like the house is when you will have to stop moving. So please just put yourselves where you want to be. In a square. Jay.
I'm trying. My head is big. Well,
Here you go.
look at their vegetables. What they growing?
There's some tomatoes, some carrots that look like they're about ready to be plucked from the earth. Probably some potatoes.
Yeah.
As you approach the cabin, you can hear rustling from within. There's clanking and crashing. It sounds like shattering glass. And you hear chittering in an unknown language and low growling accompanying it.
I think, Oleyna instinctively would sort of like rear back at this. Excuse me, looking for Nuala. Is everything all right in there?
The door to the cabin, you notice, is slightly ajar, and when your voice calls out, you see two big eyes peeking out from the crack in the door. And then there's more chittering in that language, and two dog-like beings crash through the windows on either side of you. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Ah, fuck. Here we go.
I don't like when things eat my past characters.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Moss got a 19.
Always gotta one-up me, don't you, Moss?
It's gonna be a 10 for me.
22.
Okay, let me... roll for Lamb. And... not so good. Not so good, I think. Eilif, what is your dex?
My dex is 13.
Okay. So they will go before you. Let's change the music up a little bit. All right. So, Neck, you are up first. These creatures have just burst through the windows of this cottage. They look dog-like. They look like they might be some sort of dog, but not a dog that you have ever seen. Their maw is just a little too wide. Their teeth are a little too pointy. Their ears come up to a long point.
Do they seem hostile?
Oh yeah, they are ready to bite. They look
Okay.
like they're about to go after Oleyna.
I'm gonna run up, and I want to try and like check that one into the wall.
Okay. Please make a. So are you trying to like shove or?
I'll just say like I'm using probably my warhammer, or like, and just trying to like use that in the shield and just like shove it as like an attack.
Go for it.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Huge. 11 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll like look at Oleyna and be like, get to my right. Like behind me.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, Moss, you're up next.
All right. Moss is going to step out from behind the tree. And he is going to fire Ray of Frost at Blink Dog B.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and that is 6 points of cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10.
Okay. 6 cold, speed is reduced. Out of that.
And then Moss will inspire Neck.
Okay. All right. Is that all you want to do?
Moss is going to take another step out.
Okay.
To there. And that's it.
Cool. So Blink Dog B is going to come up to Oleyna. And he is going to bite.
I wish he wouldn't.
I can do nothing about this.
Yes.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
That fucking hits.
Okay, that's going to be minimum damage. It's only going to be 2 damage.
Okay.
Blink Dog A is not happy with you, Neck, and he is also going to try to take a bite out of you. That is going to be 16 to hit, and I don't think that does.
That's a miss.
Okay. And then Blink Dog A is going to disappear. And he is going to reappear behind Moss. And that is the end of their turn. Oleyna, it is your turn.
Oleyna would love to have listened to Neck. However, things have gotten a little bit difficult. So she is going to take out the handy-dandy new weapon that she got from Neck, the Yakula. And she's going to hit. And I do add in my dex modifier, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. So it's a +2. It's a 4.
That does not hit.
Okay.
The dog, it snarls at you as it kind of juts out of the way. Clearly it wants to bite your little giblets.
I think Oleyna would look back at Neck and sort of give him a glare. How the fuck do I use this thing?
Oleyna,
Yes.
in the back of your head. Use my power. And then it is going to be the next creature's turn. From the house emerge 2 other creatures. They are smaller than the Blink Dogs. Tiny, large heads, large eyes, tiny bodies. Bizarre looking creatures. And they are going to come after both you and Neck, Oleyna. The first one in front of you is going to actually yeah, it's actually just going to try to pummel you. It's got a little hammer in its hand.
It's a bit rude.
Bit rude, isn't it? So yeah, that's one after Neck. That one is going to miss. And then Oleyna. It is going to try to hit you as well.
I wish it wouldn't.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Okay.
And oddly enough, it's what?
Oh, go ahead.
Its damage is 1d6 minus 1. So it's going to be a 3 bludgeoning.
Okay. Oleyna is going to use a reaction.
Yeah.
Yep. Oleyna sort of with this voice in the back of her head, she sort of closes her eyes and sort of squeezes them shut. And she tries to figure out what that means. And when she does that, she is going to go ahead and use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. So what do I need to do for that?
It's a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 14.
Okay. So that one is on B.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got oh yeah, he's very dexterous. 22. Does he take half damage?
Yes, he does. So it's 2d10 halved. I would love to tell you where my d10 are. Here's one. I'll just roll it twice. 7 plus 10, 17. So half of 17. You do the math.
Okay, so when you Hellish Rebuke him, flames envelop the boggle, and he rolls out of the way. And as he rolls out of the flames, you notice some damage comes to him, but even rolling out of the way and avoiding most of the blast, it still doesn't look like he took as much damage as he should have.
I think that even though he didn't take a ton of damage, I think Oleyna's sort of in shock of herself, and does not quite realize what she did. I mean, she did an incantation, she moved her hands, and these words came to her from seemingly nowhere. She does not know them. She does not know their source. She does not know what the movements were. And she sort of glances the rest of the party, and there's suddenly a little pep in her step. She's ready to throw down.
You hear a voice in your head. Good girl. And we will go to Eilif.
My patron is not as hot. So I'm gonna get myself over here. Oh, get in there. Yeah, that thing, it looks mean. So I'm just gonna attack it. I don't really have a brain.
Okay.
So attacking with exhaustion is just at a -1, correct?
Nope. There's no disadvantages for exhaustion 1. It's only on ability checks.
Got it. Okay. That is going to be bad dice is first and foremost. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, great. Love that for me. 12 damage.
Okay, nice.
It doesn't look upsetty, so I'm just gonna leave it, I think. Actually, can I get between the blink dog and Oleyna?
So there's not enough room.
Yeah.
But you have done a significant amount of damage to it, and its attention has turned to you.
Okay, great. Love that. And I'm gonna stay right here, I guess.
All right. Is that it for your turn? Okay. I need everyone to make a perception check. At disadvantage because you are in the midst of battle.
Can I use my advantage to even it out?
Yeah.
I would also like to do that. You said perception?
Yeah.
I got to 16 total then.
Okay. Moss notices nothing.
It's
6.
gonna be a 20.
So Moss and Neck, you are too focused on the creatures in front of you. But Eilif and Oleyna, you hear this thrumming, this thumping, as if something is banging against glass. But it's not coming from in the house. It's almost as if it's coming from beyond it. Like a rumble, and you can't see it. But you do know there's something beyond in the woods, and it sounds like they're beating on some sort of barrier, something. But that's all you can gauge from just being able to hear it. And we are back up at the top of the order with Neck.
Okay, Nick's gonna try and go around A, and so he can be kind of touching A and B.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna try and swing on B.
Okay, go for it.
I will use. Actually, I'm flanking, aren't I?
Yes, so you're going to get advantage.
Okay. So 18.
Yep, that will definitely hit.
Okay, and then I'm also going to use a smite. So 14 damage.
Okay.
And a audible thundering crack happens that, and it goes for 300 feet, and has to succeed on a strength saving throw, or it's going to be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Strength saving throw.
Yes.
That is a 2.
Okay, so it'll go 10 feet and be knocked prone.
So this is B, correct?
Yes.
So he's back here and get knocked prone. He's going to. You're launching him over the blink dog, and he is going to land in a heap of big head and little limbs in front of Eilif. And as the thunder cracks, now Moss and Neck, you are going to hear that banging against glass sound that both Eilif and Oleyna noticed before. It is getting more and more frantic, and you hear it sounds like the splintering of glass as well. But we're going to move on to Moss. If Neck, that was all you had.
That. Yes, that was it.
Okay. Moss?
Seeing that the blink dog's right in front of him, he did see Oleyna get bit and started to go that way, but now seeing Neck and Eilif flanking her, and he seems okay, he's going to turn around and attack blink dog A.
Okay.
He's going to do it just with his dagger.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And that is 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he will turn around and no, he's not. He's gonna hold his inspirations because now he hears something else and thinks that there's something more dangerous coming.
Okay. All right, we have now it is the blink dog's turn. So blink dog A is not going to like that you just stabbed him. He is snarling at you, Moss, and he is going to lunge and try to bite you. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then blink dog B is going to try to attack Eilif because she did a significant amount of damage to him, and that is going to be a 21 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. That was cocked. That is going to be max damage. It's going to be 7 damage. And we are going to move to Oleyna.
Okay. First things first, I am going to use a bonus action.
Mhm.
I'm going to hex Blink Dog B.
Okay.
For his wisdom.
Okay.
You need to. I need a hit, right? I think we're gonna find out. That's an 11 plus 6, so 17.
That will last. That will
Okay.
hit.
All right. So, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Toll the Dead
Mm-hmm.
on him. So that's a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep. That is going to fail. He got a 4.
And he's taken damage, so that's a D12.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And then does the hex add an extra D6 of necrotic?
It does. I got max damage on the Toll the Dead. And is that plus 6 as well? That's my
Plus a
attack
D6.
bonus?
Plus a
Plus a
D6.
D6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 5.
Okay. So
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's looking very messed up. It's bloodied. It looks like its jaw has been like unhinged a little bit. And it is still standing though. but barely. Aldo, you're going at your turn, Oleyna?
Yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Okay. The Boggles are going to Boggle A is going to look at Neck and Oleyna, and he is going to, let's see, how big of an area is this though? To actually move in between you two because he is a small creature, and he is going to there's like an ooze that begins to come out of his pores as oil begins to seep and puddle around him in a 5-foot square. That would hit both you, Neck, and you, Oleyna. It stinks. It stinks really bad. It's really gross, actually. And then he is also that's actually all he's going to do. So yeah, he has now sufficiently oiled up the area that you both occupy. And Boggle B is going to he is going to stand up. So he's going to use half his move to stand up, and then he is going to try to hit Eilif. That is going to be a 15 to hit. I don't think that hits you, Eilif.
Does not hit.
Okay. And then now it's Eilif's turn.
Okay. I hate this little thing. It's annoying, but this blink dog kind of scares me. So I'm gonna hit the blink dog again just because it's around. So I'm gonna put you two in dice jail. You don't go to dice jail. That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Great. 15 damage.
Okay. Eilif, as you bring your sword down on Blink Dog B, you cleave its head off. And it lies in a puddle of blood and viscera in front of you.
Okay. Don't like that, but is there a way for me to like punt this Boggle? Like, I don't want to hurt it. I just want it away from me.
You can try to shove it. You can use it. We're gonna do Baldur's Gate rules. Bonus action to shove.
Okay.
Make an athletics check.
Bet. Get this little fucking gremlin away from me.
Instead of shove, can she actually punt it though?
Yeah, you
as a
can.
bonus action?
Yeah, you can shove with your fucking foot. Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna shove with my foot. I want to send that thing fucking flying.
Yeah, go for it. You do have disadvantage because this is an ability check, and you have exhaustion.
You said athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does it help that he's prone?
He stood up already.
I think that would put her at a disadvantage.
So that's still going to be at a 19.
Oh yeah. So he as you bring your sword down on the Blink Dog and decapitate it, the Boggle looks over at it and goes, "Ah!" And then he looks back up at you with his big bulging eyes, just in time to receive a foot to the face, and he goes flying back 10 feet.
Good. Hate that.
And
thing.
you just hear "Ah!" as he
Stinky.
launches in the air.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move over to the moss.
I'm gonna
Get in the
take
square.
Blink Dog B off of. Actually, I'm gonna leave Blink Dog B, just in case you guys want to like search the body or whatever afterwards. But, that it, Eilif?
Yeah, that's gonna be in the end of my turn.
Okay. At the start of the round, you hear the glass splintering, and you hear a buzzing noise, like wings. And let's see, he put a token. Are they? hear a buzzing noise as something breaks through. What does it break through? You really don't know. And coming around the corner of the house is a large swarm of, they look like dragonflies, maybe? Are those little tiny people? They're small, they're so little, but they have wings, and there's a great number of them. I'm gonna roll initiative for them. Put them in the initiative order. And it is next turn.
As soon as he sees this thing start to ooze,
you need to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Is it breathing related?
No.
Okay. A dex saving throw?
Yeah.
22, sorry.
Okay. You are fine.
As soon as he does see it start to ooze, though, he's gonna hold his breath.
Okay.
Or at least stop breathing. How's this guy looking that's oozing? Does he look healthy-ish, or?
He has there's some bruising and some cuts, but he's still standing pretty strong right now.
Okay. Neck will... Neck's gonna go over to the swarm.
Okay, he is going to take an attack opportunity on you. That is going to be a 30 20 to hit.
That hits.
2 points of piercing damage. But bludgeoning, actually.
Okay, and then... Neck will try and swing at the swarm.
Okay, go for it.
$17 to hit.
That does hit.
You will again use a smite.
Okay.
$14 damage.
Okay.
And they need to make a strength save.
And already in front of me?
I thought that was a feather duster.
She can do whatever she wants. Well, in a way.
They got a 16.
They succeed.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Boss, you are up.
Hearing the buzzing and not knowing where these things came from, with Eilif here, he's going to turn from Blink Dog 8, not move or leave, but I am going to cast Ray of Frost. Let's try to slow this swarm down.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And that will be 3 damage, and their range is reduced, or movement is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. They are, so it's, do you want to do anything else, boss?
Don't think there's anything else I can do. Let me check one thing. What are our rules currently on? Is one spell per turn, or?
So we're running it rules as written. So if you have, if you can do one action, one bonus action, but it has to be a cantrip and a spell. It can't be 2 spells.
Okay, and how does Oleyna look right now? I know she took some damage.
Not good.
He's gonna cast. You're gonna see him shoot the. Why am I stupid? ray of frost out towards them, and then immediately pull his lute and start playing. And you'll watch little green tendrils run up the strings and shoot towards Oleyna, healing her for 12 points.
Very good.
That's beyond my max. Thank you. Appreciate you.
And that will be the end of his turn.
Okay.
Can I get temporary hit points out of that?
No.
Fair enough. That
So the swarm, they are going to cast confusion on you, Neck. Neck, you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't think you need to cast confusion for that to happen.
Can you confuse someone who's already confused?
I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
You also have an inspiration.
Didn't really need it. I got a 22.
Okay. I don't think that does anything on a save, so... Yep, that's fine. So then they are going to move forward into you. So they are now enveloping you, and they are going to pummel you.
A bit rude, isn't it?
That's going to be... Actually, I'm using an advantage. That is going to be a dirty 20. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Well,
Wait, can they fucking stop that?
15, 19 bludgeoning damage.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then we are on to Blink Dog, the last remaining Blink Dog. This Blink Dog is... It was focusing on Moss, but it had seen Eilif, you decapitate its brother, and it's going to turn its attention to you. And it's going
In
to...
my defense.
It's going to bite you, or at least try to. I'm gonna use it. Yeah, I got a lot of advantages to burn. Let's burn some advantages.
Yeah,
Okay,
burn them.
that
Burn them,
is a
DM.
natural 20. Let's see what that is. Let's see what we can do with that.
It's
In
fine,
my
little baby.
defense.
It's fine, little baby. You're okay. Don't worry.
Trenchfoot ink.
Okay. We have piercing damage. Let's roll a d12 and a d8 to see what kind of thing happens. So 18. You get heart damage.
What?
You gain an additional point of exhaustion, which will be removed when this injury heals. And then when you fail a strength or dexterity saving throw and become frightened, you gain another level of exhaustion. You cannot dash. Magical healing of 6th level or higher removes the injury, or if you spend 20 days doing nothing but resting.
Well, I'm gonna go fuck myself.
So you are
I
now
don't regret
suffering
it.
from 2 points of exhaustion.
This feels bad, man.
And I need to roll damage for you as
Because
well.
I punted that guy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You only take, hold on, let's double that. 6, 7, you take 8 piercing damage. All right. Oleyna.
All right, seeing that my friends are not doing so well really not my friends. Oleyna doesn't have friends. She has employees. I
Commodities.
am going to commodities. So this Boggle A is still living, and how's he looking? Like, is he looking any worse for wear? Is he still just kind of like doing his thing?
Sorry, what was that?
Boggle A, how's he looking?
He is looking he's still standing.
Okay.
He's looking like he's still got a little fight left in him.
But he has taken damage, so toll the bed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's
and
a
make that
wisdom?
saving throw, yes, please, for DC 14.
What's his wisdom? I don't think he's very wisdomous.
Mhm.
No, he is not. 8. He fails.
Outstanding. Here's a D20 or D12 for you, not D20.
Mhm.
Just kidding. It's an 8.
Okay. He's looking worse.
Outstanding.
I imagine he's kind of swaying now. His eyes are going a little cross. He's not looking so good, Mr. Stark.
Beautiful. I love this for me. And then I'd like to bonus action. Can I, since the person I killed or person that I had hex died, can I move the hex?
I'm pretty sure that you can. Is that in the spell description?
That's
Yeah,
a
if it
great
drops
question.
to 0.
Oh, it does drop. Yes. So can I go ahead and move it then?
Yeah.
I would like to go ahead and move it onto the swarm.
Okay.
And can I change the hex type?
Yeah.
I would like to make it a to strength, and I'm gonna roll for you. It's a 17 again.
Yep.
It's 11 stay today.
All right. Is that all you want to do, Oleyna? Okay, so now it is the Boggle's turn. Boggle A is going to he is going to try and hit you with his hammer.
Please don't.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Boggle B is going to get up. He's going to use half his movement to get up. And then he is going to run on over. So that's going to also join his brother in. He's going to try to hit you. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
That fucking hits.
Another 4 damage.
Okay.
And now it's Eilif's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna whack this blink dog because I don't like him.
Mhm.
I have a vendetta. What does level 2 exhaustion do?
Speed halved.
Yeah, your speed's halved.
Great, love that for me. Okay, that's motherfucker. Get back in your. That's a D12. Okay, not great. That's gonna be a 14.
That hits.
Great, love that. No, go over here. That's gonna be an 18 damage.
Okay. You are 2 for 2 with these blink dogs.
So happy.
How do you finish this one off? I'll give this one to you.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just gonna drive the like sword down its head and then just like clumsily kick it off.
You hear the
Um,
as the yelp comes out of it as you drive your sword through it, and its body
Yeah.
falls limp to the ground.
well,
R.I.P. R.I.P. Blink doggies.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is halved. Can hunting?
Yeah, go for it.
Outstanding.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
That's gonna be not as good. That's gonna be a 12. Actually, yeah, it's gonna be a 12.
All right. That makes it. It rolled a 10. It goes flying again. You hear something that could only be akin to a "oh no" as it goes flying off and bounces off of the wall of the house, and it takes. It takes three bludgeoning damage. And as it cluds against the wall, its body falls limp to the ground.
Is there like a streak of blood?
Oh yeah, just a...
I fixed the problem.
Good job.
Okay. Then I think that's all I can do.
We are back up at the top of the round. However, that thudding has not stopped. And beyond, I would say that all of you can probably see this now. Beyond the woods, you see something begin to squeeze its way through into existence almost. You hadn't seen it before at the edge of the woods, but you see it now as it begins to emerge. This weird creature that looks like it. The bottom half is a dog, but then the top half is some sort of disgusting, almost carnivorous flower. And it doesn't have eyes, but you can tell it is looking at all of you. Let me roll initiative. And it will go same order as the pixies. Mac, it is your turn.
Okay, next going to step over here. And with his hammer, he's gonna try and like golf swing Boggle A.
Mhm.
And just drive this guy into the forest.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
It definitely hits.
Okay. Purely for the memes of it, he's gonna use his last smite.
Okay.
To just really send this guy, if he can. 17 damage?
You completely obliterate this thing as you golf club it. It smashes into little pieces and you are covered in little guts and viscera.
I was gonna say, me and Oleyna just getting misted.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that he exploded?
He exploded. Oh my goodness, Artie.
Oh,
She's being naughty.
Okay.
Bad Artie.
That's my turn.
Moss, you're up.
All right. Seeing Moss's entire heal was just undone.
Yep. Sorry, buddy.
He's going to run over. Is Boggle A, and I apologize, is Boggle A still in that position, or did
He
Did he say-
exploded.
He
He's
exploded.
missed.
The only creatures that are currently up are the swarm of pixies and
Okay.
this new creature that has appeared from the woods.
Moss is going to place himself here, and he's going to cast through here.
Max heals, baby. Oh.
He is going to cast Earth Tremor.
Okay, what does that do? What does that look like?
So you'll watch as he pulls his loot back out, and a similar green energy begins to kind of coalesce at his fingertips.
Mhm.
But this time, as opposed to a light green, it's a much darker green. And as he plucks the final string, it will shoot forward, enveloping the area around this new flower terrifying dog. and you'll watch as the earth in that area, the hard rock turns to sand, and you start seeing spiky points jagging up. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a dirty 20.
So it's gonna succeed. So it takes no damage, but basically the 5 feet all around him, so all of these around here are now difficult terrain.
Okay.
And he will turn and cast a second level healing word, this time shooting it back at Oleyna again for 8 points of healing. That's twice now when I've healed Oleyna, I've rolled a 4 for the actual healing.
You're amazing.
She only gets 4.
She gets 8. It's 4 plus 4.
Well, plus 4.
4 plus 4.
Well, plus 4.
And that is that.
Okay. So the pixies are going to the creature above makes a weird noise as you cast upon it, boss. And the pixies are going to move over you and begin to pummel you instead of neck. That is going... Actually, I'm using an advantage on that. Using another advantage, because I can. That is going to be 21 to hit.
Right.
Okay. 1, 3, 7, 10, 13. 17 bludgeoning damage.
Every time one of the little guys comes by and strikes Moss, you just... At first, he doesn't seem bothered by it, and then towards the end, you're going to watch his blood starts to come from his nose and face.
Yeah, they just whack, whack, like all around you. They're not biting or anything. They're just using the brute force of their bodies, which is, when there's hundreds of them in that space, it's quite a lot. And then that is going to be their turn. Up next is the Bloom Beast, who begins to trudge through the difficult terrain, only managing to make it right here. But I think that is enough. He is going to exhale a cloud of spores that is going to get each of you. You each have to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Is it breathing related?
Yes.
Then I...
Okay.
Moss rolled an 11.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I
A
got
natural 19.
17.
Okay. Moss, you're the only one that seems to be affected by these spores. And you are going to be affected by psychic dissonance for 1 minute. At the start of each of your turns, you can repeat this saving throw. But you are going to take 13 psychic damage.
Oh boy. Guess what
Is
happens
Moss
at the
down?
start of Moss's next turn?
Are you down?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And I'm in the fairies. So I took 13 damage right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
So I'm
at the
not
start
down
of your
yet.
at the start of your next turn, you can repeat the saving throw, and if you succeed, you won't take the damage.
Okay. So I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet. Okay, it is Oleyna's turn.
All right. Oleyna knows that this monster coming towards them is a problem, but Moss needs to get the fuck up. She's going to go ahead and cast Toll the Dead on the pixies.
Okay. They are going
So-
to fail.
Nice. And they have taken damage.
They have
correct?
taken damage, correct?
Beautiful. Where'd my D12 just go? Oh, it's right here. That's max damage.
Amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. And they are hexed still, so
Mhm.
okay, then that's it. That's all I'm doing right now. If I move, they don't get an attack of opportunity, do they? Am I close enough for them to?
Yeah, they would get an attack of opportunity.
I'm not risking it for the biscuit. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
How are they looking after that?
It seems you actually see a lot of pixies sort of dead on the floor, on the
Oh.
ground surrounding you all.
Nice.
There was a decent number, maybe 50 or so.
Okay.
Is that all for you, Oleyna?
Mm-hmm.
We are up to Eilif.
Okay. I sent you a question.
I answered your question.
You did. I sees it. Okay. In that case, I guess I'm just gonna swing on him. Hold on. There. I come over here.
Hmm.
And I guess I'll swing on him. I don't actually know how that would work. I'm using one of my advantages.
You get advantage anyway. They are flanked, so don't waste your
Right.
advantage.
Okay, so then it's just gonna be. Okay. That is going to be 20.
Definitely hits.
That is going to be 14.
Okay.
And then, I mean, it's free, so I'm just gonna pump another 5 into it.
Okay. There are, you see a lot more pixies fall from this cluster with Eilif's attack. As she sort of cuts through and slices through a lot of them.
And then I'm going to action surge
Mm-hmm.
and then attack him again.
Go for it.
Fuck them up.
Boop. That's gonna be a nat 20.
All right. Roll percentage.
Okay. Let me.
Give them your heart attack.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be an 85.
Oh, and nothing. No, no lingering injuries, but you will roll double damage. So, for just to go over for crit, for your initial attack, you are going to do max damage. So if you roll a d8, it's going to do 8 plus what your strength. So it's going to do 8 plus like 4. So it's going to be 12 damage total, and then you're going to roll the crit damage, which is an additional die plus your modifier. Does that make sense?
So then it's gonna be 18 plus. Because I rolled 2d6.
So it's going to be yep.
Let me do math.
Go for it. Math is hard. I get it, dude.
That's gonna be 28
Okay.
Beautiful.
Eilif, you
Hold on,
finish
plus a 6. Oh, never mind.
you finish slashing through these
Four.
things with your action surge, and the last pixie falls to the ground dead in front of you, and you are left only with the Bloom Beast.
You don't like that. Okay.
Okay. And we are back up to the top of the order. Neck.
Time to rootin' and a tootin'. He's gonna walk up. As he's walking, he's gonna switch to his longsword.
Mhm.
He's gonna try and cut. He's gonna try and do some trimming.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Don't forget you have inspiration.
think an 18 is fine. So
Mhm.
still gonna hold on to that. Do I pass?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure. And then I will try and swing on this guy.
Yep.
That's one of my things. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Uh, 13 damage.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. Boss, it is your turn. Please make me a Constitution saving throw.
$11.
Do you have any advantages you want to use?
Oh, sure. I'll use one.
Please.
18.
You are no longer you gasp for breath, and it's as though the spores have cleared from your lungs, and you feel your mind clear along with it, and you're now immune to the spores. Go ahead, Moss.
All right. Moss is gonna reach down, and you're gonna watch him begin playing the lute again. This time, as instead of a green energy, you're gonna watch as kind of a white, frosty energy. Maybe a few icicles form on the tip of his lute as he shoots ray of frost out towards the gloom beast.
Yep.
That is a 11 to hit.
That will not hit.
I've already used one advantage. I don't think I should use another one this turn. Okay. I'm going to cast another healing word. So green energy from the loot, this time kind of surrounding himself.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 8 points of healing to me.
Good. Okay, it is
I am
the
almost out of healing.
It is the Bloom Beast's turn. He is going to turn to Neck and attack with one of his. It's very weird because his claws aren't like normal like dog feet. They're hooked. So he is going to attack you once and twice. So that is going to be 24 on the first hit.
A hit.
And it is going to be 21 on the second.
Both hit.
And thank you to creature. Each player gets an advantage.
Thank you, Quaja.
Thank you very
Uh,
much.
So that is going to be 7 slashing on the first hit. 7 plus 10 poison damage. So it's going to be 17 damage on the first hit.
I'm down.
You're down?
Oh, no.
Okay. The Bloom Beast is now going to turn to the rest of the party. It's it's making little like cricket noises and chirps as it regards you. And it will walk forward some more. I believe that's as far as it's going to go for now. It is Oleyna's turn.
Oleyna's pissed. She's really mad at the moment. I'll tell you what. It has taken damage. Fuck it. I'm gonna move my hex one more time.
Yep.
And it's still gonna be wisdom.
Mhm.
Or we're gonna put it back to wisdom. That's a 16 plus 6, so
That hits.
22. Yep. Toll the Dead wisdom saving throw.
Fail.
Absolutely love this for me. That's a 7.
Okay.
and I am going to move. I don't want to be grouped up with everybody. No offense. I can move 30 feet, so I'm gonna go over here. That feels good. And that's my turn.
Eilif.
Yes. Okay. Well, I suppose I could just fuck this thing up. Okay. I don't think this costs anything. Healing hands. Yeah, it is an action. Never mind. So I'm just gonna attack it. Yeah. That is going to be an 18. Yeah, 18.
That hits.
Okay. There's going to be a 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pump another 5 into it.
Okay.
And then, that's all I can do, I believe. Yep, that's it. Love that for me. I'm very scared. Now pass my turn.
Neck.
Just gonna preemptively use one of the advantages. Just in case.
What?
No.
Actually-
no.
Actually, what I actually want you to do, we're gonna disregard that roll, and you are going to, I think that would work. No? God, is it that? Oh my god, it's not working. Never mind. I'm gonna roll for you. Because I don't want the others knowing.
What is happening?
Okay.
Death rolls are secret.
Secret.
Boss.
Watching Eilif smack the shit out of this thing makes Moss feel a little better. As he watched Neck fall, he is going to pull out his lute and cast his very last 3rd level healing word on Neck. And that is 10 points of healing. Get your ass up.
What if he was dead
Get your
already?
ass up.
Well, then he won't get up. Then I'll
R.I.P.,
reach that
I
spell
guess.
and he won't get up.
Alright,
Does
that
Neck get
pussy
up?
man.
Can I see that the spell hit Neck?
Neck, do you get up?
Yep.
Okay. You asshole.
You fucker.
All right.
Get your ass up. Dude.
Once again, we're gonna cast Ray of Frost at the thing because about all I can do. You know what? I'm gonna use advantage on my attack.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit,
That hits.
and that is 7 points of frost damage, and its speed is still reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
Moss, seeing that Eilif is there, next there, Moss still not in super great health at the moment, is going to go ahead and take a couple steps back. No offense. Actually, wait. I was right here. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, Moss is actually going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to get over here, where maybe he can start ducking in and out from behind the house and stay out of line of sight.
Okay. The plume beast turns to you, Eilif. and it is going to rear back and hit you with claw attacks. The
Mm,
first
don't.
one is a 15, which I don't believe hits you.
Does not.
Second one is a 21. Does that hit you?
That does, in fact, hit me.
Okay. Then it is going to, I'm just actually going to take the average because there's a lot of dice involved with this. So it's going to be 9 slashing and 10 poison.
I'm out, boys.
No! Holy shit! Can you healing hand yourself?
I wouldn't be allowed to silvery
now.
barbs that second attack, would I?
You
Not
would.
at this point.
You would.
All right, let's silvery barbs it. Make him re-roll and use the lower.
11.
You're still up. You're muted, but you're still up.
Muted.
I'm good. It's okay. I'm alright.
From
I'm running out of tricks, boys and girls.
after the Bloom Beast turn, from beside Eilif and the Bloom Beast, the tree next to you, it begins to open up. And a green tiefling woman appears from the tree. And that's where we're going to go to break because I really have to pee.
Damn it.
All
I
this
swear to
stress. I
God.
think I wet myself twice.
I am pissing. I am pissing and shitting.
I preemptively apologized for this combat already, so I don't have to apologize anymore.
It wasn't good enough.
But we are going to. Oh yeah, Mournian, make sure you can give someone advantage for the silvery barbs. It's part of the spell.
Okay, we'll give it. I might as well give it to Eilif since it kept her from dying.
Okay. We are going to take a quick little potty break because I'm about to pee myself, and that's not what this type of content is for on this stream. So we will be right back.
You say that like
Bye. Hello. Oh, wait. We gotta go to the map scene. That was so silly of me. Teehee. Teehee. So, a green tiefling woman appears from the trees. And she does not even glance at any of you as she conjures a spell, a mixture of necrotic and nature, and launches it at the Bloom Beast. He is going to make a cheeky little save. He is going to fail. And I already pre-rolled the damage because it was 13d8, and I don't want to do that math in real time. The creature gets hit with this necrotic energy, and it shrivels and begins to die, almost as if like you're watching a plant die in real time as it shrivels into nothing. And it is quiet.
Somebody cast Blight. Seeing this whole situation happen, I think the first thing Moss would do is he's gonna run over to check on Oleyna.
Oleyna's fine. I'm at max health.
You still took quite a beating.
Nothing can quite keep me down. Unless I'm on my back, but...
Fair enough.
The woman looks at you all curiously. She is... You've probably really never seen a tiefling quite as old as her. Her skin is beginning to sag. But you could tell she was probably quite beautiful in her youth. She's dressed in sort of flowy garbs, and there is a giant mushroom hat that is almost dripping this black inky substance. And she sort of looks at you a little annoyed. Is there a reason that you're on my property?
You are Nuala, I presume.
You would presume correctly?
Well, considering we just aided you with some gargantuous foe, a thanks, I believe, is in order.
Boo.
She looks to you, Oleyna, and then she looks down around at your companions. And then back to you. I believe it is I that aided you?
Yeah, no, that one's actually true.
That's neither here nor there. We've come for help. Specifically, help with a book. We were told that you're one who may know of things that may be a little bit more subtle as far as the arcane.
Oh, a book, you say? As she's speaking to you, she begins to wander off to where the beast had appeared from the forests. And she begins to conjure and swirl magic together. Green swirls of energy come up and begin to stitch. And it is only at this moment that you begin to see a crack in almost like the fabric of reality. But her magic begins to stitch it up as she turns to you. You're at the Shore of Remnants, then?
Well, I don't quite know what that is.
Very odd, because my student came to me and gave me the exact description of a party such as yours that she had encountered there. Odd that you should come here now, saying that you have a book. And at that moment, the tree opens up again, and you see a familiar little druid dash through, panting. Mistress, you left me behind again. You left me behind. Hi, I'm here.
Oh,
Oh, hi. Oh, you. Hello.
hello again.
Oh, you. I told Mistress Nuala about you. And you're here. That's. How many days has it been?
A few.
Mistress, these are the people I told you about. And Nuala looks at you pointedly, knowing that she has caught you most clearly in a lie.
I didn't know it had a name. The book, though. Back to that. And I would assume you know exactly what book it is.
She's gonna hold her hand out, signaling to give the book to her so that she may examine it.
Oh, no. I need assurances. I'm not getting rid of the book. I'm not giving you the book. I just want to know if you know anything about the book and how to open the book.
I know plenty of things about plenty of things.
Nick will have gotten up at this point and plopped it in her hand.
She's gonna cut you a look, Neck. Olena's just
He
gonna
doesn't
look at
even
you.
look.
You motherfucker. I want the book back.
What's with you in this book?
She is going to quietly examine the book. She appears familiar with it. And after a couple of moments of her inspecting it, she doesn't try to pry the book open either. She doesn't try to open it. It seems she already knows that it would be for naught. She will hand it back to Neck.
Nick dashed away.
The book has some sort of magical signature. That is what is needed to open it. Unfortunately, it is not me who is able to open it in such a way.
Do you know who would?
There is a look of absolute disdain that graces her face. It is a man named Lufier. I'm afraid he may be where you're not able to reach, though. At the seat of ruin.
Why do you not like him? Is there a reason we should not like him?
Oh, he is just absolutely dreadful. Know it all,
No, so-
yaps all the time, thinks he knows everything. It is terrible.
It's not
He does.
wonderful.
I don't think he does.
Is there any way that we can reach him by courier? Send word to him.
If you want that courier to end up dead, then of course.
More commodities.
Hearing more commodities, Moth will cut you a look.
She looks at you bewildered, like, what?
He won't say anything. Moth will actually look at Nuala. You seem to have magics beyond anything I've ever seen. Could you get us close?
I am afraid not. The man has warded the place like no other. It is very difficult, and he will sense my magic if I get attempted to transport you into his lands.
Okay, so I don't know how magic works. Does us being close to you or getting anything from you, leave your scent on us?
There are such things as residual magics, yes, but if you travel there by common means, it is likely that it will not be there for long.
Okay.
We are not on bad terms. I don't want you to misconstrue that. It's just he leaves a bad taste in my mouth sometimes.
What's he look like?
Drow.
So
White hair, Drow. Looks like a man, I guess.
Muscular, handsome, ugly, fiendish of hearing.
He may be handsome if it wasn't for his personality.
Okay. Curious, how is he receptive to the affections of women?
I imagine that he is maybe too old for you.
I don't really have a limit.
1,000 years?
It's mature.
Not sure it would still work.
I think Oleyna would approach Nuala at this time and sort of lean in close and say, I'm a courtesan. I don't... Gold pays. But...
She'll look at you. You are Drow too. He might be receptive to that.
I think that I can charm my way into his lands.
Certainly possible. If you... She's like kind of annoyed. I can give you a letter that's maybe helpful to getting you into the lands. It's not a guarantee, but it might give you a little leeway. It has been incredibly hard for outsiders to get into Ruin in the past. They have been notoriously closed off to outsiders. So it is not a guarantee, but... And she looks at both you and Neck. Having Drow in your party could be helpful in that respect, as well as a letter from me.
I would be most grateful if you were to assist us in this. I have great interest in finding out what this book does and what's inside of it.
She will nod. And she will go back. She will kind of order Hadrina. Hadrina, get me paper or whatever. I need to write a letter. And Hadrina, yes, madam. Okay. And she will rush into the cottage. Oh my god, they broke everything! And you hear like Hadrina rummaging around trying to find some parchment and quill. And Nuala resumes looking at the... Actually, you're not really sure what she's looking at. The crack that she had mended has now dissipated into nothing, and you're just seeing into the forest once more. It's as though it wasn't there. It's very bizarre.
I can't help but ask, madam, what was that?
What part?
The creatures that came afoot, the crack you mended, the knocking.
They are Fae beings. They have begun to splinter the seal here, and in other places as well. That is where I was. I was sealing other cracks that they have begun to happen.
Sorry, Fae beings, like the things from storybooks and whatnot, like the centaurs and stuff.
Yes, exactly so.
Those are just stories, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Where do you think the stories came from?
Schizophrenia?
I think Oleyna would be a little bit introspective on this and sort of regard Nuala.
What do you think they want? What is their purpose in coming here?
They want to be free from where we have sealed them.
Why'd you seal them?
She will sort of lean back. You are... You know, it is odd being so old and knowing so much about this world, being around others who have never experienced the things that you have. Long ago, much longer now than it seems, the world was ruled by Fae beings. Mortals like you and I were subject to whatever terrors that they wanted to incite upon us, and they cared not for empathy towards other people. They only cared between mortal and immortal, and if you are not immortal, you are lower than dirt to them.
The changeling. And she's gonna look back at the rest of the party. We
Have
faced
you-
one already. I'm sorry.
You did.
Yes. A changeling. He had contracted some refugees, charmed them.
Those
He's
are
looking
their
for
usual
something.
tricks. They want to charm in order to get what they want. I imagine that book in your hand, and she points at Neck.
It's kind of in my armor at this point, but yeah.
She blinks at you. I imagine that book in your hand is exactly why he was here. Or there, where you met him.
Curious.
What? I'm sorry, but I have to ask, what do you think it is? Is it a key to opening a doorway, or maybe a way to kill us all?
It is a spell book. Rituals. The ritual for how this came to be, and she will almost knock on the barrier, and when she knocks, you see a flicker of magic sort of emanate. It's luminescent as it illuminates out and then dissipates.
Curious.
Is there a way to make the barrier stronger? Because I almost died to those things, and 3 of us went down. So our odds are not good.
If there was a way to make the barrier stronger, I assure you, I would have been done doing that by now. This has been what I have been studying, looking after for hundreds of years now. Ever since I began to notice the cracks start to appear. But for all I know and all I have studied and researched, sometimes seals weaken, and there is nothing you can do about it until it breaks.
I see. So the book is rather important. Valuable, even.
Would be, yes.
Opening it would be even more valuable.
It would be, but you would need to convince Luthier to open it for you first, which is actually going to be the toughest challenge. Yes, you have something to say.
It seems like, well, don't kill me. But it seems like you may not have put your entire effort into, sealing it up if you're divided between Luthier and yourself. And then also, if you're fixing cracks constantly, that'd be a bit of a difficult. I've said too much.
Unfortunately, it is not me who completed the ritual to seal them. It was someone else. This book was just one of the objects used in that sealing. And I suppose if there is a way to keep the seal held, it might be in this book, but I imagine if it had been, by now we would have known.
Okay. I don't know anything about magic, so I can't help, but I'd probably try to figure that out.
And also, I have done the best that I can sealing up these rifts. If I had done the ritual, I imagine that it would have been stronger than this, because this is... And she, waves her hand.
It's
Shoddily done.
So I assume, who did finish the ritual?
She kind of gives a roll of her eyes. The first queen, Aedwin, was the reason that she became queen to begin with. People saw her as a hero. The downfall of society is worshipping your idols.
Well,
And I apologize to cut in, but what was the name of the owner of this book?
The owner would have been Aedwin. The sealer of the book is Lufir.
And off topic, have you ever known of these, I'm sorry, you called them fae beings?
Correct.
Have you ever heard of them kidnapping or taking someone back to their...
Oh, of course. Those who might have been able to squeeze through the cracks that have begun to develop, they have taken that freedom in great stride. They have begun to traverse through the lands. I have done my best to prevent this from happening, but there will be others, no doubt, who are able to leave the barrier as well, and they often are mischievous in nature.
Would is there a way to move freely between the barrier from one side to the other?
For us mortals, it is easy to move between. However, what happens when you go inside of the barrier is a different matter. That is, I am sure you have heard rumors of people who have gone into the wilds and never made it back out. And you all would know that there have been rumors of the wilds being so dangerous. But it's always been saying things like, wild animals and stuff have gotten to these people, and that creatures inside of the wild are larger than the creatures out of the wild. You would see a bear that is 5 times the size of a normal bear. So yeah, you've heard these rumors as well.
At that, I think Moss's face will kind of drop any false bravado or anything he had placed on it, and you will just kind of see him turn like a sickly white. I appreciate it.
She kind of leans into you. Have you lost someone?
I hope not, but I can't find them.
She will nod. Do you have something of hers?
Moss will kind of slowly clutch at his neck and then take off a necklace that he kind of wears under his leathers. And he's going to kind of hold it in his hand and look at it for a moment and then hand it over to her.
She will examine it for a minute, kind of flipping it between her fingers before handing it back to you. If I see anything, I will let you know. Unfortunately, there are no guarantees.
Moss gives her a slight bow. Thank you for your assistance today, and anything you can do in the future.
Of course. And then she's going to look at all of you and in a flurry of green magic, kind of similar to Moss's magic almost, very plant-like vines and leaves and stuff. She will cast a mass cure wounds, healing everyone for 32 points, which I think would put everyone almost at full, if not at full.
Can I maybe get temporary hit points from that?
You can have 4 temporary hit points.
Outstanding. I'm adding it to my sheet.
She's like, you could have given her one. She just wanted to prove she could do it.
No, I just wanted more than what I have.
Which
How
we've
much was it?
determined is about 12. 32.
32. Yeah.
I think Oleyna will look to the rest of the party and say, well, I for one could use a bit of recoupment. And Oleyna's fine. Like, she got hit a bunch, but she was healed back to max health. She obviously, this magic thing is very new for her. And it just kind of came out of nowhere, and especially with a voice in her head, she kind of needs to figure something out.
Oleyna,
Yes, dear.
as you're looking at Nuala, there is anger and hatred and rage building up inside of you. The more she talks to you, the more she speaks about Fae and the ceiling and of Aedwin. And when you had heard the name Aedwin, you felt like your heart was going to explode. In various different ways of anger, of rage, heartache, disappointment, love. And you know these are not your feelings.
I think feeling these emotions, Oleyna's probably has been stepping back. And it probably is a little bit more forceful and almost desperate in the desire to go maybe to a tavern, anywhere else, but in front of her.
Padrina comes out of the cottage. Mistress, I found some. You don't use paper a lot. It was buried under your bed. And she's going to hand over some parchment and everything to Nuala. Nuala will sort of silently jot down a couple of lines. She's going to bite the tip of her thumb and press it down at the bottom of the page, kind of air the parchment out to let it dry, and then she will fold it up and hand it over to the nearest person to her, which is Eilif. Well, if this is all that you required from me, I kindly ask that you get off of my property, as I need to attend to some things, including fixing my windows.
Next, like, I have a question for you, in private.
She will gesture for you to follow her, kind of inside, away from the others, as she begins to she grabs a broom and starts sweeping.
He'll like offer to sweep while he asks.
Oh yeah, she'll grab another broom and just like toss it to you.
You seem to be very powerful magic user. Do you know much of bringing people back?
She stops sweeping and looks at you, kind of eyes narrowed.
And he has like heavy bags because obviously he didn't sleep at all last night. He's just like, if she noticed, he's just like trying to get like any one just thread of hope.
You want to bring someone back from the dead?
She passed when I started a mission 4 months ago. I miss her.
As loath as I am to admit it, if that is your goal, you should seek out Luthier. He is quite adept at that magic now, having been the one to create it. But no, he will not do it for free. There is always a price with him.
I'll pay anything.
It is not a matter of money. It is a matter of knowledge. You must have something. Some knowledge, information, something that is valuable to him in order to complete this transaction, because he will not do it for money or gold or anything material.
Nick, like, a single manly tear. No, he does cry a little bit. And he's just like, thank you for the hope.
Of course. Now keep sweeping.
And he'll try and speed sweep, at least to the best of his ability, to get it tidied a little.
Within about 10 minutes, you guys have swept the floor, and Neck emerges from the cabin. And you hear Nuala bustling around inside of the cottage. Hadrina's sort of standing patiently next to you guys. So where you guys heading?
Back to Dunbrig for now.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you going on
Ruin.
adventures? Or-
Well, to see about this book, I guess.
Oh, I've never been to Ruin. That sounds really cool. I've always wanted to be, but Mistress Nuala says don't go there. That guy's an asshole.
Is he an asshole?
That's what she says, but like I don't know. I've never met him.
You're like really chipper.
Oh.
It's-
Should I not be?
No, it's fine. It's just
Okay.
just an observation about yourself.
You're very green.
Yeah, that's the materials that I wear.
No, your eyes.
Oh, those aren't supposed to be like that all the time. I think I've just forgotten to fix it.
Yeah, you might want to, if you like going back to Dunbrig. You should do that then if you don't want people to know.
I'm just gonna touch the little tattoo and then just fix my eyes again.
Yeah, fix your fucking eyes.
I fixed my fucking eyes, and I'm just like, yeah, no, we're probably, at least I'm headed to Ruin.
Okay. Well,
Whether
good luck. You should come
really-
back. You should come back and let me know how it is.
okay, I thought you were like angling to come with us.
Oh no, no thank you. You guys are kind of weird.
That is, yeah, no, that's fair. That's accurate.
Yes.
That's accurate. Yeah.
But like
you got any
I
food?
want to know about like what happens. Do I have food? Yeah, I've got food.
Yeah. Can I
Are
have
you
some
hungry?
food? Incredibly.
Oh, okay. She's gonna take out some like her little sack of food that like she usually carries around with her. It's got like bread and like nuts and stuff in it.
I'll take like the bread.
Okay.
Thanks.
It's like sweet bread. It's really good.
I bite it and then I put some in my pocket.
Are they not feeding you?
No, they are. It's just I'm insatiable.
Oh, is it because of the
yeah.
eye thing?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah.
you want to ask Mistress Nuala? I'm sure she knows.
I feel like if I ask something, she's gonna rip like my guts out, and I don't.
Oh yeah,
want that.
she gets really annoyed when I ask questions too.
Yeah. No. See, no. Yeah.
Okay, you actually
had
should
enough
get
of
off
this
of her
conversation.
property now because she will get mad.
Yeah. No, I'm leaving. I don't
Okay.
like this conversation. Bye.
Okay, goodbye, guys.
Oleyna's already walking. She's done. She wants to get away from this place.
She's Hadrina is waving you all off. Goodbye. Don't die or whatever. Is that what you say to people when they're leaving? Bye. And then you
Can I take
hear
some of this water
Nuala.
in my canteen?
Oh yeah, you hear Nuala yell at her. Something indistinguishable in Druidic. And you just hear Hadrina. Oh, yeah, of course, mistress. Please don't get angry with me. And she just runs into the cottage. And you all presumably make your way back to Dunbrig.
Outstanding.
No, never mind.
What?
I think Oleyna wants to go to a tavern. Specifically anything that she thinks that Sam would be hanging out in.
A tavern, you say?
Mhm.
So let me pull up Dunbrig.
Dunbrig.
So, you would probably end up going to probably the Seagate district. Just kind of where it's a little more rough and tumble of a district, but it's definitely more chill. It's not as hoity-toity as like the Enchanter's Quay. And actually, Eilif would know of a tavern.
I do.
Eilif, I'd love for a drink, dear. Something hard and stiff.
Sorry. That was just good. I know a place. And I'll
Alright.
like drag her through the city. And I'll look at Moss and Neck and just, alright, well, come on, drink, food, drinks, come.
Moss is just gonna kind of look at you for a moment and then kind of shake his head. Nah, I've got somewhere else to be.
Wasn't
And-
really a request.
He's just gonna start walking away.
You son of a bitch.
Where the hell else does he have to be? He just
I don't
follows me
know.
around. Strange.
Does this place have enough food to satiate even your gargantuan appetite?
Honestly, it does, and it's like, I would suppose it's really good.
Then let's go.
You're a monster.
I wonder what the word was this week, guys.
Not gargantuous.
It wasn't. I fucked it out.
You did.
I bungled it. It's alright.
Eilif, you are going to lead the party, or at least party minus Moss, to the White Bottle Tavern in the Seagate District, where you had been the previous day.
Yeah, I'll take him. And this was the one that I didn't recognize many people, right? This was like just a regular tavern.
Yeah, it's a regular tavern. There doesn't seem to be. It's not like the Flaming Goblet where you would look around and see everyone wearing like different clothing in red, signifying that they're a part of some sort of mercenary guild. This seems to be. There's a lot of fishermen here. Seems to be a lot of. There are mercs here, but they don't seem to be mercs that are part of any distinguished organization. Probably just freelancers. There's people that probably have just. I would say it's probably about afternoon, so maybe they're coming in for a lunch here at the tavern.
Okay.
Just normal people.
All right, then I'm just gonna just get around for everybody.
Is there a certain green man there?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Will do.
Oh, wow.
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Where was that in combat?
So as actually, Oleyna, you all sit down at a table. It's not too crowded, it's afternoon, so it's not at all that very crowded here. As you sit down at the table, you feel a presence come up behind you. And you hear and you turn and look, and Sam is standing behind you. He kind of looks down at the open seat next to you, as if asking your permission to sit.
Just the man I wanted to see. Of course. Sit.
He'll sit down and he'll sort of nod to Neck.
Nick will nod back.
I am. Oddly enough, I was hoping that she would be here. And she sort of looks awkward. Oleyna very rarely, if ever, has like genuine feeling towards anyone. other than like maybe one or two people, like Moss, Vadium. That's about it. I think we're leaving Dunbrig soon, and I would be remiss if I didn't tell you how much I enjoyed our excursion yesterday.
I enjoyed it too.
Oh. Shocking.
Where will you be going?
To Ruin.
His the most expression you've seen on this man's face is his brows kind of just go high on his forehead. Is that a good idea?
I think it's the only idea at this point. I'm confident in mine and next lineage to make it through safely.
He'll look between the two of you and nod. And are you prepared to go?
Oleyna thinks back on the magic, and she has that sort of hollow feeling in her chest of anxiety. She doesn't really know where it came from or what it means per se. And I think that expression sort of washes over her face. But she gives him a nod and says, and tries to change the subject very quickly. I was given this by Neck, and she motions to the Yukula. Yikula. I would love for further education on just how to use this. I'm not great at it.
He looks between you, you and the weapon, and then he nods and stands up. Come on.
Oh. Right now. I see. Okay.
Yes.
And she'll stand and she'll
walking.
look back at as she's walking with him, she looks back at Neck and Eilif and is just gives a really awkward thumbs up.
Are they gonna
train together?
No, I mean, should we stop it? I assume not.
I mean, she seemed very flustered, and I think she was starting to blush a little.
Okay, we should let that happen.
I'm gonna tell you, she was blushing, and for Oleyna, because of her lavender skin, it shows up as this deep indigo against her cheeks, and it sort of crawls across her face.
All right, that was a little cute.
Sure.
All right, you I suppose just drinking for now.
Do you want to be holding that letter? If not, I can hold it.
Do you want to hold the letter? Is that what you're asking?
Yep.
I'll hold the letter. You're holding the book. We should not have all the things on one person. I can hold the letter. It's alright.
Okay.
You have one very important thing. I can hold the other important thing.
And I guess you are the mailman, so.
Yeah. I wonder if I have any mail to deliver to Rune. Because I suppose for as long as we're here, I don't really have anything to do. I'm poor.
I mean, Oleyna pays you. Just ask for a raise.
I don't want to, because if she keeps calling me a commodity, and I understand, but it does make me feel bad. Not for me, for her. I thought we had at least a camaraderie.
Yeah, no, that's why as soon as you ever take money, you're just a commodity. So you kind of played yourself on that one.
I did. Well, you get paid.
Not by her.
No, but by people. So we're all commodities.
I mean,
it's the nature of
let's be clear. My employment at this point is also kind of questionable. So maybe have people trying to kill me, maybe not. Who's to say right now?
They won't get you.
No, I know they won't.
Yeah, no.
Pretty sure I trained some of them. They kind of all suck.
You also got the kid. Real good going at the shins, so.
I'm seriously still kind of sorry about that, but really, that's all
No,
she can
don't
get.
be. It's great. I'm actually impressed. I'd like to, hang out with them if it's alright.
Yeah, but you did get demoted. You are the third best fighter I know now. My
Alright,
apologies.
well, I will take that, to heart. I will feel bad about that.
And then Neck will hold out his cup to like cheers.
Yeah, no. Cheers.
All right, we're going to switch to another part of the city. Moss. Where did Moss go?
Moss went back to the docks, where he kind of stayed all night. Moss is just overwhelmed. He'll just kind of sit there, staring out at kind of the harbor, the port. He'll take the ring off of his, or the necklace off of his neck, and kind of hold the ring in his hand and just kind of flip it back and forth. And then he'll pull out the little gizmo that he uses. Kind of just sit there and stare at him for a while.
The only things you have left of your mother and father. Okay. Oleyna. Som leads you to it's like some sort of training field. It's private. You imagine this might be, you're not sure if Som is part of some sort of mercenary guild. But you imagine this might be maybe the mercenary guild's property that he's on. It's a rather private area. There are tall fences, but it is open. There's like sand, gravel on the ground, and he sort of gestures to you to stand across from him and to draw your weapon.
She'll do so. And it seems sort of awkward holding it. She doesn't really quite understand how to grip it. It's not like a dagger, you know.
He's examining you with like a screwiness eye. And then he like huffs a little. He's like, and then he'll walk over to you, and it's not like annoyance or anything. He'll walk over to you and stand behind you and begin to adjust your grip and your stance. Like he is full on, like hands on you, like turning your body, moving your legs, adjusting your shoulders down and back. And when he is finished adjusting, he is going to go spot receipt.
No! You ruined it!
He is going to walk a few paces back, look at that stance that you're in, and then he's going to say, hold that for 5 minutes.
I think Oleyna, by the time he comes back around and sees her whole face is that deep indigo. And she's like quietly like enraged in herself. She does not show expression like this. Everything is with Oleyna is very on her terms. And this is sort of an expression that she does not want to have. It's out of her control. But when he says for her to hold it, she holds it with like precision.
Mm-hmm. For like the 5 minutes that you are holding this, he's sort of circling around you, making sure that your shoulders are kept down, your elbows are kept up, your knees are locked in place where they should be. And then as the time ends, he's going to look at your face. Are you warm?
What?
Your face is flushed. Are you warm?
She hates this. She absolutely hates this. And she kind of has a hard time meeting his eye. And sort of just kind of glance away and say, it's fine, I'm fine. I'm not warm, no.
He doesn't want to push you. So he'll nod, knowing that like if you had a problem, you would be very quick to voice it. And he will then take up he takes a small like wooden sword. Because he doesn't want to hurt you. So he tells you again to get into your stance. And once you do so, he approaches you very slowly, like mimicking how you should be swinging the weapon. Do as I do, and he will show you the way to swing the weapon.
And she does. And is sort of glancing at his movements every so often as she's practicing this.
Roll me I'm going to say either performance or athletics.
I'm gonna go performance. Whoo! What's 8 plus 18? That's number 24, right?
26.
26. Math is hard.
As you do that, there seems to be like a spark of like approval in his eyes as he watches you go through the motions. Yes, that's very good. And then he'll switch up the stance and repeat that again. And you guys spend quite some time going through different movements with this weapon. And he tells you where to hold it. He'll come up and adjust your grip behind you and adjust your grip, letting you know if you hold it up too high, the balance is going to be off. So you want to make sure that you always hold it dead center in the handle. Definitely not minding getting close to you in this moment. There's moments where you feel his like breath on your like neck. And he seems rather comfortable. Whether it's with you or with what you guys are doing. Maybe both. But he seems quite comfortable teaching you how to wield this weapon.
I think there's a dichotomy there where he finds so much comfort. Oleyna is like rattled, and it's very obvious. Every time he gets up close to her, she sort of like freezes, and it may seem odd to him since she's not normally like that. But she sort of goes through the motions with him.
Mm-hmm. I'll say you guys probably go through like an hour of training. 2 hours of training. You have a little bit of a sweat on your brow. And Sam will look at you. I think that is good for today. You will come see me every day until you leave. You continue training.
Oh. All right. And she puts the weapon away and sort of standing there awkwardly with him, and she very slowly holds out a hand to shake his. I certainly appreciate it.
He like shakes your hand very firm, in a way that he views you as a equal. He's not trying to like crush your hand in any way, but it's definitely like a firm grip.
I think again that sort of like throws her off guard. She's so used to people taking her hand to kiss the back of it, or people who are very like gentle with her, until they're not. Right. And she sort of retracts herself from him and
Would you like a meal?
Right now, together. She holds her breath and she digs into her own coin purse and she holds out a gold coin. I need you to give this to me.
He looks confused and he'll take it and hand it back over to you.
Yes, I would love a meal. And she realizes how odd of a behavior this is. I have rules. If we
For a meal.
for anything, there's value
Okay.
here, and I'll be quite honest with you. I don't spend any amount of time with anybody who is not in my traveling party without payment.
Well, I'm training you, so you could have a meal with me in return.
I suppose that's all right then.
He'll nod and begin to walk slowly again, making sure that you're able to keep up with him.
She got little legs.
Just got little legs.
She'll follow along, and she'll walk next to him, and she sort of like shakes her head and squeezes her eyes closed. I'm sorry. It's just better that way.
Better for who?
For me.
He'll nod. Well, you'll have to excuse me then, because I won't be treating you like a commodity.
I think he would see the frustration in her face, and it's not directed towards him, it's at herself. This is all I know.
Well, it's a good thing that everyone can learn something new every day.
She almost looks pained. Forgive me, then, for being slow to learn.
No such thing. Everyone learns at their own pace.
She wants to say something, but she doesn't. She keeps it to herself and sort of moves along.
He will, he'll actually start to sort of just, like, make conversation with you, which is very odd and unusual for him. He is going to just kind of talk about, what he had been up to in the morning. He had been, receiving payment for, escorting Jet to the capital. And he had thought about going out and buying a new sword, but he hasn't quite made up his mind as to what kind of sword he wants and all of that. It's just kind of like pleasant, friendly conversation.
I think that Oleyna is probably quite the conversationalist. And she can keep up and gel into any sort of topic, and sort of gives him remarks on swords, and asks him about, what his next job would be, where he would take him, and just pleasant things.
He's telling you, kind of just going to stay in the city for a while. The last mission had me away for a couple of months, so it'd be nice to recoup a little bit. If you're ever here again, once you come back from Ruin, I'd be happy to keep you company.
She sort of laughs, and it's like a fluttering laugh. Typically, that is, I am the one who keeps company, but I will take you up on the offer.
Keep each other company, then.
I think I would like that very much.
There's like a ghost of like a smile on his face as he continues walking. You end up at not like a tavern, but it's more like a cafe. Cute and quaint. And that is where you guys will have your nice little early dinner together.
Oh.
We are going to jump back to whoever has anything that they would like to do. Anything that you would want to get taken care of today.
Moss is gonna kind of put the necklace back on, place the mechanism back at his side, and he's going to kind of get on both of his knees, and he's going to say, he's going to begin prayer to the Tranquil.
Tranquil. Oh, okay. And what are you praying for? Do you say it out loud, or do you want to keep that in your own thoughts?
I'll DM you.
Okay. So, for anyone who doesn't know, the Tranquil is the god that embodies harmony and compassion. She's about peace and contentment. Just gonna wait for DM. Neck and Eilif, is there anything else that you guys would like to do as well?
Drink, eat, and then sleep.
Moss, as you pray, you think for a moment that maybe your message didn't hit the mark. You think that maybe you're doing this all for naught. And as the sun begins to set along the horizon of the bay, the light beginning to dwindle, you feel a rush. The sun setting before you, and the light rushes towards you along the water, like some sort of divine light. And you are suddenly surrounded by an aura of calm. The agitation and rage that you are feeling begins to dissipate. The pain that you are feeling subsides. And there is a message of a feeling for you to hold on, for you to keep going, as it will get better.
Moss will sit there for a while with that feeling, and then stand up, kind of brush himself off, put on his fake smile, and just find the nearest inn. Not necessarily where everyone else is. Just get himself a room.
Okay. And Neck and Eilif, do you guys part ways once more at the end of the day?
I would think so. Seeing as he's staying with his family.
Okay.
She's not gonna crash on his couch.
Yeah. And if he can, maybe he'll try and like get some more like pillows on the way home. Because he wants to try and just set up like a big pillow fort in like the living room. So he can try and just like cuddle up with his kids. Go to sleep with them.
Okay. And Eilif, you managed to find in the Seagate district, as you and Neck part ways, there is looks like some sort of shack, abandoned house that you're able to kind of shimmy your way through the boarded up windows. That is where you would like to stay for the night.
Yeah. It's like there's nothing around. She'll probably use her like sleeping bag that she's had and just kind of toss it on the ground and just sleep like propped up against the wall.
Okay. So we will now part from our party and change views. At the center of the city, within the Silver Spire Heights, from atop one of the highest towers in Dullahan's Keep, two women stand on the balcony, looking out upon the city. Their city. Their obsidian eyes betray nothing, jaws set with a painfully blank expression. Your Majesties. A voice in the room beyond them calls. Ogun, for as commanding and domineering a man he is, appears timid in the presence of the twin queens, who turn to face him in unison. The glow of the setting sun halos them in a warm orange light, like otherworldly entities. Well, they say once again in sync, so perfectly so, it's unnerving. Ogun swallows deeply and presents the box in his hand, lifting the lid to reveal a diadem sat on a plush cushion, crafted from a shimmering mithril-like metal, radiating something that could only be starlight. It's beautiful. Celestial motifs, intricate filigree, and gemstones are all along its delicate structure. There is a long pause as the women look down upon the headpiece. The silence enveloping them is uncomfortable, but Ogun will not be the one to break it. Not when he sees the excitement growing in their eyes as they gaze upon the diadem. Ogun can feel the sweat roll down the back of his neck as the women finally look up, turning to look at each other instead, a slow smile tugging at the edges of their lips. And that is where we will leave Volume 1.
Outstanding.
And
Well,
everyone
that
has 3 advantages going into next season.
Woo!
Okay. We'll do our outros now. Eilif, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jay. I play Eilif, the fighter who's sleeping in a shack, in a dirty little shack. I'm Jay. You can find me on all social medias at TheYellowCubes, and hopefully starting very soon, I'm gonna stream some stuff. So hop over and watch me play that, and that's it. I love this game very much. I use my note.
You muted yourself.
You muted
I
yourself,
use my
Jay.
note-taking skills for good. I'm sick. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm a
Mournian.
So I am Mournian, playing Moss, who's suffering from a lot of depression at the moment. And you can typically find me in somewhere on Twitch in either Myriad or Bones Chat, being a general pain in their butt.
Joel.
It's Joel, or Neck, or wifeless, or depressed, or dead wife. Okay.
That is so sad. Bones.
Hi, it's me. I'm LittleBones309, your favorite indie gamer here on Twitch.tv. You can find me all around the web as Bones, LittleBones309 specifically. But over here I play Oleyna, who's currently making googly eyes probably at some. And oddly enough, probably not sleeping with him.
Odd. Weird. Weird for her.
It's very weird for her.
Being intimate with someone in a non-sexual way.
What is that?
Disgusting.
It's weird.
Disgusting. And I am Myriad, or Miri, whatever you want to call me is fine. Don't call me Myriad_X. That's my government name. We will be taking a cheeky little month break here between seasons. We will be coming back on January 6th with Volume 2. We will also have some other fun things going on in January. We have a one-shot planned. We've got like maybe a mini series coming up on this channel. And as always, I will be here on normally Tuesdays and Wednesdays playing some video games with y'all. So make sure to hit that follow button if you want to keep up with what we're doing. So yeah, I think that this was a very nice session. Thank you guys. Thank you to my pro players. Y'all are wonderful. A mini series. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, we'll be doing a mini series. But yeah, thank you all to my players. You guys are fantastic. I wouldn't want to do this with any other group of people. I love you guys so much. And yeah, wave goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Goodbye.